We get home off of about 11-month tour. We got back from Florida. We were mostly in Florida at the time. We got back to our home. I live in the mountains in upstate New York, and had the bright idea to have a welcome home party for ourselves. But this time I was going to give the people we haven't seen in a year at a home bar, we were going to give the whole rock and roll experience. So I called the home bar up and set up a date like a week later after we got home. In the meantime, I wanted to rent an RV. I met a dude, I'll call him Super Mario. And Mario liked to get high a lot. So at the time, I had about 61 acres. And my drummer rented 5 of the acres to grow weed on. So for the price of 2 ounces, we got to have the RV for the day. He drove it, Mario drove it, and he was going to park it in the parking lot where there was 3 bars that surrounded each other. The parking lot was right in the middle. The plan was to get there, give him the rock and roll experience. We got there 11 o'clock in the morning, and people are coming in on and off the RV, and we got the banner draped over. It says Rodfather. Everybody knew we were home. Then, about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, there was a party of these bad bitches from Long Island. Anybody who knows anything about Long Island, you know what's up. There was about 7 of them, and they were coming from some kind of bridal shower or something like that. So now I got them jumping up and into the RV, and yeah, they're with the band, and we're just going off. By now, I got about 3 beers left. I start getting this splitting headache. I mean, splitting headache. One like, I don't care what religion you are, Buddhist, Muslim, you seeing Jesus with this kind of headache. So we got about 2 roadies. We're a small group, you know. We got about 2 roadies, and one of them is my right hand. He's there for everything, does everything I ask him to, and his name is Timmy. Now, Timmy is from Vermont, but he's got some accent that I never heard, and I don't know where he got it from. So I said, Timmy, you got to find me some aspirin. CVS is about a half a block up. Go get aspirin or something, and get it back to me as soon as you can, because we still got 4 hours to go to showtime. And then a few people had started going into the bar, knowing that there was a show that night, and all. Like a lot of the wives of the band and their friends were already there. So they're in and out of the bar and into the RV and off the RV, come out to the RV, get high, and whatever they were doing. And Timmy says, my wife is here, and she's got some kind of aspirin in her car. So I says, I don't care where you get them, just get me some aspirin. So the time comes for the first set to start. I don't remember much. But my guitar player, I'm one that gets all on the floor, and I'm sliding across the floor, and I'm on my knees, and I got this bride-to-be taking I had my stupid-ass Rodfather hat on, that's all in there. But I had the hat on, and she's taking me, and she's jamming my shit into her fucking pussy. So somehow, miraculously, we get through the first set. Now, I was fucked up, so I'm telling the bartender, get everybody in here a shot. Get anything they want. That cost me $667. That's when I knew I was fucked up, because I try to watch my money most of the time. Meantime, I still got this killer fucking headache going on, right? I can't feel my legs, and the headache is not so much pounding, it's just there. It's just something's wrong. And all of a sudden, Timmy comes up to me with a stupid fucking accent. What father? That's the way he says my fucking name, right? And I go, what, Timmy? Get out of, give me my space. I was a germaphobe long before the pandemic hit. Stay your distance from me. I don't like people talking in my face and spitting and all that shit. I go, what, Timmy? He says, I think I gave you my wife's Oxycontins. Somehow, I finished the next 3 sets. I got out after the second set. Super Mario done took the RV and went home because it kind of got wild out there. And for weeks, people I hadn't seen, as far as I knew, in the last year, are coming up to me telling me what a great show I had put on the other night. And I'm like, you were there? I had no idea who these fucking people were. Because as far as I go. I hadn't seen them in a year. Some of them were familiar and some of them weren't. We played there all the time. But they're telling me what a great show we did. So I go into the bar that we played at, which was like our home bar, and I asked to see the security cameras. I wanted to see video. That shit was so fucking foul on that video that I knew right away I was going viral. Now, the owner of the bar, Dave, he says, man, I cannot let you put this video out there. And I'm like, why? This is my Jim Morrison moment. This is why I'm fucked up on stage. This is how everybody knows this is what fucking rock and roll is supposed to be. I need this. I offer him $500. He says no. I offer him $1,000. He says no. I offered him, I think the final offer was like $1,200. What I had on me, $1,300. He says no. He says, because if this gets back to the bridal party's husband-to-be or whoever he was, I don't need anybody coming in to shoot up my bar. To this day, to this fucking day, I wish I had that on film. Now, this is going back a few years ago. Now, everybody has their phones. I would have had all kinds of fuck-up shit on there. And every one of them would have went viral because I tore it up. Don't get me wrong. But I was fucked up. Moral to the story is, there is no moral to the story. Rock on.